Hey people, Intrid here, welcome back to the Elite League show in the second semi-final of Season 4, beginning on Fedrid Folly. On the blue side, say hello to Piano, with a Plague Champion, starts off in ranged combat with a damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but it's pretty slow. Up against, on the red side, it's Twalali, as an apothecary support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration. Already got some Blood Ravens and some good old Black Legion for Piano, looks like. CSM into Heretics and Tactical Marines into Scouts. I'm pretty sure about this, that every time we've seen the Plague Champion in these Season 4 knockout stages, they have lost. So no pressure, Piano, but don't let me down. Don't let Grandfather Noble down. I think that's right. Maybe they've won a single game, perhaps? I don't remember it. Apothecary stands by those Tactical Marines, trying to isolate this Plague Champion here. Already down to half hit points. Heretics capping, CSM also capping, just leaving their Plague Champion to get shot up here. Apothecary trying to get into melee. Some bolt pistol shots are going in. And off he goes. Not the most auspicious start, but we got Heretics in melee with Scouts. Twalali not paying attention to those fellas for a second, and that's all it takes. Now getting the natural VP of Piano capped. Gonna get an early 2-to-1 cap here. More Scouts joining in. I don't see any shotguns yet though. What have they done with the power? No generators for either player yet. Backs away from the VP. Wants to come and shoot up these fellas. Gonna see the Kraken bolts from the Tactical Marines. There we go. 20% more damage to heavy armor, which is what these CSM are. That was an upgrade added in Chaos Rising, I believe, specifically to counter CSM early on, since these guys have, I think, higher melee DPS than Tactical Marines without those Kraken bolts going on. Plague Champions back out. Raptors on the way. It's going to be fun. Don't see the Anointed Power Axe that often for the Apothecary. His other options pretty damn good and available earlier. His Sanguine Chainsword and that customized Storm Bolter. Heretics looking to get onto those Scouts, but they're so quick, as you can see, and the Heretic auto pistols do barely anything. Apothecary is having some fun though in melee. Those Scouts dropped a model. Plague Champion again seen off the field pretty quickly, but Raptors now up. These guys suppress when they jump on you. There we go. The secondary leap, yep, should get onto the Tactical Marines and suppress them and seize them off the field, trying to shoot their Heretic pals. These Heretic pals got messed up pretty badly. Now it's an assault squad on the way for Twalali. Fantastic synergy in general, of course, with the Apothecary, since he can heal from range, which is something the Plague Champion can't do. He has an AoE heal, but you need to be near him. CSM, no Eternal War. Raptors could get onto this VP. Heretic trying to bash the contested power. Players still trying to get some kind of map control going into the fights. Plague Champion gets some shots away finally. Does have some XP, so he must have killed that Scout, perhaps. These guys now with shotguns help to counter the Raptors. Although if they get jumped directly, it's going to be kind of awkward, since the Raptors will have a few seconds, there it is, of knockback immunity. There's that shotgun blast that suppresses them, but as you can see, didn't knock them over, and now they're being assaulted by an assault squad. Heal goes off on the Scouts, being shot up by the Plague Champion as he reloads there. Doom blast from Heretics. CSM are out of trouble for now. Raptors getting the Tactical Marines out of there, but the Assault Marines can really bully you in Tier 1, especially when Apothecary supporting. He's got his Sanguine Chainsword, allows him to mix it up in combat a lot more and be sustainable in the field without having to heal himself as often, which is handy. And he does get heals from bolt pistol shots, so keeping him out of melee does help. The heal is less than when he swings the Chainsword, but doesn't completely stop him healing himself. Plague Sword is also up though. A power melee weapon that ignores melee resist. Incredibly powerful early on. Does not get more powerful as the Plague Champion levels though, but ignoring melee resist does keep it relatively relevant, I think. Not sure exactly how that math works out. But you've got to think it stays pretty damn good. It's not like you're going to get a level 10 Plague Champion every time. Big old melee fight. This could be really bad for the Assault Squad. Aspiring Champion Heretics and the Plague Sword. Those guys had to get the hell out of there. Apothecary with a special or two. Uh-oh, gets knocked over. Should be okay, I think. So lots of melee attacks. Maybe not. I think he's going to go down here. Doom Blast just to make sure. Just casually explode one of your heretics. I imagine the hero just like shouts at them to explode. Maybe he has like a little switch in his hand. Full HP retreat. I think he retreated like the second after he got knocked over. But a rather dubious claim there, Mr. Twalali, I feel like. Shotgun blast on the Plague Champion. He's got his plasma pistol trying to do some work. Gets an attack, but it's not a kill. Oh, he retreated and actually cancelled that animation. Does get away. Gone tier 2 now. And we've got maybe a triple cap for Piano going into tier 2. Kraken Bolt's Tactical Marines doing their thing again. These guys desperate to get that decap. There we go. Now you can run. Those guys getting into melee. I feel like they should have got into melee immediately on using the Kraken Bolts to make sure they got those retreat attacks in. 449, 445. Something you can do when you have Marines. If you think you're going to win a fight, get into melee early, since their melee damage is pretty good. They don't move that quickly. And guarantee a whole bunch of retreat melee hits. Scouts they can't finish the cap, eh? Raptors got a bunch of XP. Did they kill a Marine? Don't remember seeing a Marine go down. I guess they killed the Apothecary, or helped to kill him at least. Worth a bunch of XP. Assault Squad with a counter jump, but did not knock over a couple of the Raptors there. I think they were in the middle of a melee attack animation, or maybe they still had the knockdown immunity from jumping themselves. Blood Crusher is a pretty quick one from Piano. Feels like 7-8 minutes. Don't know exactly. No sign of a Gen Bash yet that I've seen. Apothecary not seen as a particularly strong hero in 1v1s these days. Did get the bonus of getting his heal upgraded every level recently, although he hasn't leveled yet. I'm not entirely sure how the Plague Champion ranks in the pantheon of 1v1 heroes, but he doesn't seem to have a huge amount of success. Now has the Mucus Discharge. 145 heal is pretty damn good. 70 AoE. Does not improve as he levels though, as far as I know. I wish more abilities did. I think they should all improve as your hero levels. Here's that Blood Crusher. It's got the vehicle armor. It's a Bloodletter riding a Juggernaut with heavy melee damage. Can charge and frighten units as well. Power Bash here. A bit of a sloppy Power Bash. I think he should have split up a bit quicker because not everything could get around that generator there. Some Nurgle Worship now. And we've got some Marco Zinch CSM coming up for those very highly damaging Inferno Bolts against heavy infantry. Apothecary still down. Most likely waiting for the red to get Laramans going. I can't remember how much it is. Maybe it's 150. Just leaving the leaving these guys to bash the power. Not much they could do about it. Blood Crusher would just wreck everything. Have a Razorback. Support vehicle for Space Marines, allows you to reinforce and transport units in the field. Something, of course, that Chaos totally lack. So if you ever find yourself in a 2v2 or a 3v3 with a Chaos player, get them a nice little support vehicle. They'll be your best friends forever. Blood Crusher's found some Tactical Marines. I don't see a missile launcher, but there it is. We'll also get the Melter Bomb, of course, with the Assault Squad. Supported by the Razorback. Could be enough to deal with this thing. But it's keeping them tied up for now. They're going to slip inside the Razorback here. They do. Raptors with their Aspiring Champion, as you may have seen. What about these fellas? They also have their aspiring champion gets that demonic plasma gun, as you can see, which I think is set to get a slight nerf in DPS for the next update, whenever that is. I think they got a shot away off their missile launcher there. Plague Champion has to heal himself. The twin linked heavy bolter on top. Decent anti-infantry damage, but it's not really going to scratch the Blood Crusher. Scouts there to repair. Tactical Marines getting out. And they're going to get at least one shot away here. I think Plague Champion is repairing this thing. It counts as a vehicle and a demon, so you can worship it and repair it. Or both. Repairing is quicker, but of course worship heals up your entire army. Oh, they couldn't get another shot away with the missile launcher there. Apothecary gets jumped. There's that demonic fury. And sent him flying. Retreats away now. He's been dealt with pretty quickly at the moment. Got some Marco Zinc CSM. With a decent little flank. Wiped out those scouts, did they? Yes, scouts fall. Blood Crusher got the last hit, I think. Melter Bomb. And missile launcher now. Plague Marines on the way for Piano to help deal with this Razorback, which needs repairs. It's showing its rear armor too. There we go, turn around. So during all that, Twilight did cap the 2 natural victory points. It does have the 2-1. 395 to 334. Plague Champions level 2 doesn't have a armor upgrade yet. Big fan of the fetid armor myself. That one click suppression that lasts for ages. Okay, it's gonna maybe get a triple. I assume there's something inside the Razorback to cap though yet. The Assault Squad dropped off and they're gonna bash with the Tactical Marines, I assume. No Sergeant on these guys, right? No, no Sergeant. The Raptors should be able to win that fight quite easily. Shotgun blast though. They're now bashing with their missile launcher and the Razorback. Did not see the Demonic Fury used. Look at that. Dealt with it with some scout support. I thought the Raptors were going to easily destroy those Assault Squad there with their aspiring champion. Here are the Plague Marines. Slow, tough unit with a snaring missile launcher. Actually only have regular infantry armor, not heavy armor. But they have huge amounts of hit points and good health regen. Full power bashed by Twilight. Not panicking here, taking his time to try and recover. Because they seem to be up against it in the fights recently. These heretics down to just 3 models. These fellas with 5 both have the aspiring champion. Look how blue the map is though. Full bash, but they need to win a fight or two, it feels like. Blood Crusher gets a Melter Bomb. Missile launcher shot gets in, but I think they're going to destroy the Razorback here. They being Piano and this Blood Crusher. Oh, Razorback maybe gets away. The Melter Bomb snare really helping out, as you can see. Heal goes off on the Assault Squad, but there's a zombie Assault Marine now. Created by the Plague Sword. That's another thing it can do, of course. And we now have the Armor of Pestilence. This could be a really bad fight here for Twilight. Another zombie Assault Squad fella. And you can use the abilities, so you can jump these guys and get some disruption. If you have the wherewithal to do it, of course. Razorback is still going. And Piano can't see what we can see over there, or would have gone after it, I assume. That was a nasty fight. Everything got away, though. We do have some more Tactical Marines out of the drop pod. Maybe a Plasma Gun, but there's so much melee around. Now have a Chaos Dreadnought on the way for Piano. 384 to 225. Doom Blast should get these guys retreated, although here comes some support. And those heretics were quite low. Yeah, they stand and fight. Some much needed repairs. Apothecary still only level 1. Assault Squad do get their Sergeant. Merciless Strike should help in those big melee brawls that he's finding himself in. But look how blue the map is. There's a triple for Piano. Some Nurgly worship. These guys going for the natural VP of Piano. But Plague Champion's got something to say about that. Raptors are still not leveled. This could be a very vital engagement. The Plague Marines missile hit the Tactical Marines, I think. There's a Noxious Cloud and there's a jump. Assault Squad are trying to keep the Plague Marines tied up so they can't fire the missile. Just got a heal as well. But some retreats now for Twalali. Razorback lives. Apothecary also out of there, and here is the Chaos Dreadnought with the default auto cannon. 384 to 155. The Blood Crusher just super exploded that Marine there. GG, well played, says Twalali. He thinks he's too far behind here. And there is the concede. Well played indeed by Piano. Got the Plague Champion up to level 2. Poor Apothecary did not level. Just got a focus fight and dealt with quite quickly, even with the Sanguine Chainsword. Maybe using the customized Stormbolter to shut down the Plague Champion with the full auto would have been better. It's hard to say. There's game 1, guys. Goes to Piano. And I'll see you in the next one. Hey people, Infant here, welcome back to Game 2 of this Elite League semi-final. We are on Jerilo's Forge, and Piano has a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat with some powerful disruption and support up against Twalali. Where are they? There we are. An Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons. Twalali, of course, mostly known throughout the years for being an Imperial Guard player. Sentinel is on the way. We got double Dire Avengers. I'm expecting 3 of them, but I guess they're trying to get quick shurikens and or rangers going. Have this fully contested VP layout on this map. Northeast, mid and southwest. Inquisitors found some Dire Avengers. Does she kill one when she uses Hammer of the Witches? I'm not sure how much damage that does. Here is the Sentinel. Isn't it marvellous? Warlock's found some guardsmen to bully, takes one out. Here's the Sentinel though, and some more las guns, and he's taking a whole bunch of damage here. Those guys getting their sergeant up. Allows them to reinforce 2 at a time, takes him up to 9 models. Warlock did his best. Might see some Immolator action. Immolator Destructor can really dissuade guardsmen from repairing their Sentinel. 1 gen goes up, so we're going to see a tier 1.5 for sure. I'm guessing double shurikens here, but you never know. Rangers can pop sentinels from a distance. There's that first shuriken, and we're going to get, no, not quite a triple cap, but it's a 2-to-1 early on for Twalali. Piano here having a look at the power. Actually going to get a decap here. Power being looked at though also by Twalali. There's a gen on both. Now trying to defend the power. It's going to be decapped. And then they're going to retreat. And they'll be mostly fine because these guys can't melee very well. Here they're giving it a good go. There's also a stomp on retreat. I think they actually killed one. I think they actually killed one with that stomp. Well done, fellas. Good special attack there by the Inquisitor. Has a shuriken to deal with though. Warlock doesn't do a huge amount of damage with his default weapon. I think it's like 30 DPS, maybe not even that. Dire Avengers getting a cap groove going. Power bash here by Twalali, and it's double Sentinels. Good luck, Piano. Sentinels are a very strong unit right now, if you weren't aware. And Twalali, more importantly, very, very good at using them. I mean, you give me double Sentinels and I won't be able to do anything. But give it to a player who's been playing Imperial Guard for about 8 years. And it's going to be much tougher to deal with. 468 to 494. Some pew-pew, but it's not going to be enough. What are they going for here, Piano? It is the double shurikens. I think maybe triple Dire Avengers was needed. So you're giving up so much pressure here to get the double shurikens out a little bit quicker. We'll see if it pays off. We'll see if it pays off. More generators up. That one got bashed, and so did the node. It's going to be so tough. Catachin's now on the way for Twilight to help disrupt and deal with the Shuriken Cannon guarding weapon teams. You guys need to take some cover, I think. Or not. These guys spotted the Shuriken coming in and backed away. But they'll be fine. Need a little bit of repairs. Which guardsmen, of course, are fantastic at. Any war gear that I see? Nope. Here are the Catachins. Very versatile infantry. Good at disruption, which is what they're going to be used for mainly here. Although their smoke grenades are also going to be fantastically useful. Warlock trying to tie up the Inquisitor. Haven't seen her use Hammer of the Witches yet. There's a stomp. Sentinel's pretty low though. Pretty damn low. Can they get it? It's so close. 58 hit points. It does get away. So frustrating, but so close. Catachins with some disruption there to make sure they couldn't finish off the Sentinel. This guy's facing the wrong direction. It's not even set up. 377 to 480. Just creeping, edging forward with those double Sentinels. And there's that smoke grenade. I believe it's 50% damage resistance and suppression immunity, so pretty damn good. And there's that all reliable again. So easily pushing against that single shuriken. This guy finally sets up. But can't do a whole lot alone. Sentinels, of course, can't be suppressed, so they're going to shoot you at the same rate. And these fellas can still stand here and repair it. 340 to 480 on the VPs. 2-to-1 cap for Quad Elite. Are we going to see a big old power bash here too? Tier 2 for Piano. I mean, that's the thing. They have no resources though. Dark Creepers would really do a whole lot of damage to the Sentinels. Wraith Guard, of course, a big deal, potentially. Full power bash though. We do see the Warlock trying to cap. Just can't afford to use him for defense because he's got to get some points. There is the 2-to-1 now for Piano. I mean, I don't think they've played it super badly considering the double Sentinel play. One of these guarding weapon teams was misused a little bit over here, kind of was idle doing nothing. I'm not sure if triple Dire Avengers would have been better. We'll see what they can, if they can get something out in tier 2. If they can get an early-ish tier 2 unit and start to recover, then it would have been worth it. Because the early Imperial Guard game is just so strong. So strong. Sentinels are awesome and they recover from Guardsman losses kind of effortlessly. Okay, he's trying to push back. There's a double here though for Twilight. I don't think this guy's going to finish his cap here. Need to run off. Did not see the Immolator, right? Nope. Into tier 2 with a decent amount of resources here. What are they going to go for? Got 70 odd power. It's going to be Wraith Guard. I thought it was going to be a Falcon for a second there. These guys getting shot up a bit unnecessarily there. I think Twilight was watching the mid. Shuriken's going to try to set up, and here's the other one. Just been a little bit slow to move them sometimes, Piano. There was the Hammer of the Witches. She can't actually use it on the Shuriken itself. I don't think it's targetable. But you can knock out one of the crew members. Oh, there's that all reliable. Almost killed that Shuriken crew. This guy might need to move up a little bit. Oh, it's getting some shots in now. Warlock now trying to grab this VP back. 262 to 473. on the VPs. Now it's tier 2 for Twilight. Wraithguard are in play. These guys with these Wraith Cannons, short range, AoE, massive amounts of damage to everything. Also suppress infantry, and themselves are immune to suppression. Big old stomp for the Shuriken there. Just trying to grab that wreck point. And we now have grenades for the Dire Avengers. That could be great for stopping these guardsmen just blobbing up and capping like this. There's an improvised explosive. You saw the Wraith Cannons doing their thing there. They don't have their spirits here, so they're a bit slow. Destructor flies in too. Uh-oh, these guys could be exploded. They're trying to cap. They must suspect an explosive being around here somewhere, but there's not a lot they can do about it. They can't see it. And there it is. The Dire Avengers survived. Stomp on the Wraith Guard. Shuriken trying to help out. Should have been a little bit closer maybe. Wraith Guard can pull back to it here. Nobody's going to turn and shoot. Look at the damage to that Sentinel. If those guys get caught standing still like that, going to have a bad time. But here comes some Ogrins. And if you want to counter Wraith Guard, one great way is to tie them up in melee. And Ogrins can do that. They should be able to move fast enough to dodge the Wraith Cannon shots. Unless they are superbly manually targeted by Piano. It's another stomp. Shuriken on capping duty. Warlock gives up the central VP cap. But look at Piano getting some points back here. Ogrins are going to be massive pain in the ass. Does have grenade to deter them. Does also have a whole bunch of suppression, of course. I don't see Interrogator's armor, so there's not any sneaky Ogrins yet. These guys need to set up. There we go. Oh, Sentinel's getting quite close here. But Katachan's coming to save the day. Sentinel getting very, very close to that Shuriken. Hell Fury Strike dropped in. That's on the global bar of the Inquisitor. This guy gets a stomp, but can they finish it off here? Desperately trying to get to it. Wraithguard is so slow. It's got 26 hit points, and I think it's going to get away. That's so frustrating for Piano. Warlock went down, incidentally. Has now spotted the Ogrins, I think. They're getting their bonehead leader. Allows them to use your head, which is some good disruption. We've got plasma guns in for the guardsmen. That's to help outshoot the Wraithguard, which are heavy infantry. This generally hurt Dire Avengers as well. 170 to 457. Triple cap here for Twilight. Just in some slight mistakes and mispositionings in these engagements for Piano. And well, at least taking full advantage here. I think the Shuriken's going to be used a little bit better to set up a bit sooner in slightly better positions, kind of thing. It's so tough though, because they don't want to get caught moving forward and setting up. Could eat a stomp or something. Well, there's swift movement from the Warlock's global bar, helping those Wraithguard get in there. Need to suppress the Ogrins or they're going to get on you. Here we go. And they are on them. Grenades flying in. Nicely done. Lots of damage on the Ogrins. Actually took a model out. Got the Inquisitor also getting in. Really expected to see Interrogator's armor for silently. But I guess not. GG, says Piano. That was their last hurrah. And Twilight gets a game back in this best of 5 series, looks like. Although Piano's not giving up yet. Oh, there we go. There's the concede, and it is 1-1. Was rough. Was a rough one, as it often is. Trying to fight double sentinels in the hands of someone like Twilight. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey people, Intrid here, back with Game 3 of this Elite League semi-final. We're on Selenon Island, and it's Piano rocking a Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat by default, great for capping and harassing, some powerful control abilities, and Twala has brought out the Brother Captain, durable hero that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, powerful support and disruption fights in melee combat. And here's those Strike Squad. We've seen these guys with their Cybolt's ammunition upgrade do some nasty things when doubled up. Maybe we'll see that again. Howling Banshees here for Piano. Not a map I see very often. From the look of the points and general layout stuff, it looks exactly the same as Fedred Folly, I think? No, it's different, because these rec points would be power. But the VP layout looks exactly the same. This power seems to be in the same place. Maybe they've switched some stuff around, but it looks very similar. I think maybe this power and this rec point is switched around compared to Fedred Folly. And of course the environment is completely different, the paths are different. It is double Strike Squad for Twala. And here's the first meeting. No Warp Spider here, Brother Captain's getting stuck in. Banshee's actually happy to engage. I thought they'd back away here, because that is a lot of stuff, yeah. I don't think they should have taken that fight. Don't think should have taken that fight. I guess they didn't want to just take a bunch of shots back in a way and have to retreat immediately. But I think maybe it would have been better. Drop 2 models for no apparent reason. Double Strike Squad here for Twala, of course. Oh, these guys already have their Cybolt's ammunition, boosting their damage by like 65% or something, which is set to be toned down in 293. Warp Spider Exarch though doing his thing. Fully matured rec point gets decapped. Comes to take a look at the power, finds it noded and ignores it, probably going for this rec point now. Could also harass the Stormtroopers quite well, I think. Actually has a melee special attack, this guy. Much to the frustration of many players, many times over. Teleports in and spins around and knocks her over. More gens going up for Piano. Already we see a Guardian weapon team. I assume you have double Cybolts. Nope. No double Cybolts. Can't remember how much it costs. Maybe we can spot it coming in here. There we go. 15 power. And it also unlocks their purification ability, I think. Or is that the Justicar? I'm always confused by all of the Auto Malleus changes. Warp Spider using the shipping container there to break line of sight so they couldn't shoot the crap out of him immediately. Banshee is going to try and get onto the Stormtroopers, but look at that damage from the double Strike Squad. What are you meant to do against that? Need to suppress them, that's what. Here it is. They didn't come in time, and the Brother Captain has flanked them. It's going to be tough. There's the Blessed Aegis, gives the Brother Captain an energy shield. And these guys can use Purification to give him some energy back. I'm not sure if they can do it now, or if that's a tier 2 thing these days. We'll see if they use it. Maybe we can spot it. Might need their Justicar for it or something. Not sure though. Pretty sure I remember them doing it in tier 1. Stormtroopers grabbing the contested VP. Going to be a 2-1 for Twala. Oh, maybe not. Warp Spiders come to harass them. And he doesn't even need to get into cover because they weren't facing him. They did get the VP though. 458 to 463. Banshee's getting in there. Set up by a kinetic pulse from the Rangers. They just took so much damage still. That is rough. I think you really need to set it up with some suppression and some disruption and have these guys come in from another angle. It's going to be tough though. Aspect of fleetness here. And perhaps teleport this guy in to tie up one of them too. It's going to take your like entire army. What is this? Oh, Dire Avenger's been shooting that node for ages. There's the Blessed Aegis up. And they're power bashing with ease. Look at this. Yeah, the Cybolt is crazy. So it's safe to say it's overpowered right now. But it will be fixed. It will be adjusted. Okay, let's see if they use Purification. They did use it. So it must be given to them by the Cybolts. You saw the brother captain got some energy back there. Here's some operatives. These guys are fun. Gonna throw... They have like an incendiary grenade now or something, I think. Actually just tying up the guarding weapon team using their infiltration net. Banshee's making a run for it. Dire Avengers distracting them from the flank. Can they get in and do something? There's the war shout. That's what they needed to do. But again, it just took so much damage as soon as they get there. Shuriken needed to move up a little bit sooner there to support that. And now they target the Warp Spider. Not a whole lot they could do there. 4-3-2 to 4-4-2. Maybe double Rangers would have been good. Like, forget the Banshees. They're going to struggle to get into combat. Just go double Dire Avengers, double Rangers, Shuriken, big old tier 1. Don't upgrade your Dire Avengers, just cap with them. They did get one of the Strat Squad models, 432 to 426. Being able to just outrange them is quite useful. There's that infiltration. Being all sneaky-like. Operatives do have their fallback plan. Means that they drop a flash grenade when they retreat. I don't think... Is it every time they retreat, or is it on some kind of cooldown? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not on cooldown. Also gives them those fancy grenades. I think the ability to break their retreat is what's on cooldown. But the dropping the flash grenade just happens every time. Single cap here for Piano. Does get a tier 2 in good time, you know. And they need a vehicle up. A Wraithlord would be fantastic, but even a Falcon to tank some of the Strat Squad stuff and shoot them up would be pretty useful. And this brother captain with the supported Blessed Aegis is a real pain in the ass. Can just face tank the Shuriken, I think, pretty much. Banshee's getting some capping done. Maybe with their Exarch, with a bit more hit points and stuff, they'd be able to close the distance. They really need to come in from angles though, I think. Warp Spider getting some decapping done. These guys straight onto the power again. And look how quick the bash is. Pretty crazy. Without any kind of flame type weapon. I mean, this is 3 squads. But still pretty impressive. Purification onto the operatives there to give them some energy back after throwing that incendiary. Rangers getting shots on them though. Do they dare try to move up the guardian weapon team? Just a few seconds of shots from these guys. It's going to drop models so quickly. Banshee's trying to get in again, but I think they should have gone around the giant hole in the mid. Tried to get in behind those guys. Brother Captain easily able to tie up the Shuriken. So tough to deal with him because you can't knock him over with your Rangers. Even if you do focus fire him, the Strat Squad are close enough to give him an energy back. But hey, here comes a Wraithlord. Grenades on the operatives. They do get away though. It's a full bash, I think. I think they've tried to build gens multiple times here. Here comes a Rhino from Twalali, and they can get a las cannon on the back, which would help against the Wraithlord, obviously. Operatives, meanwhile, capped this. But hey, the Warp Spider's doing his best to annoy the crap out of Twalali, forward capping their back lines. Brother Captain puts his shield down, allows it to regenerate energy, and he's level 2. Look at these fellas. Still level 1, almost level 2 though. There is the Rhino, starts off with this fellow mounted on this Storm Bolter here, but you can get another weapon stuck on the back, which I think technically makes it a Razorback when you do that. Here's that Wraithlord, got that massive Ghost Glaive sword, but sometimes just likes to backhand you with his left hand, as you do. So we're going to see the last cannon, there it is. Strat Squad used to be able to get a side cannon to fight vehicles, but I don't think they can do that anymore. I don't think they can. But I could be super wrong. He's smacking up the brother captain is the Wraith Lord, taking las cannon shots. And it's hurting a lot. There's not a whole lot that Piano can do about that. Doesn't have the aspect of strength, has the mirror swords instead. So the Rhino is kind of safe. Oh, here we go. Not quite safe. There's the Bright Lance. It's got the crack shot global on it, which gives it more range, I think. More range and I think more damage as well. Operatives being sneaky. They're going to chuck their incendiary, aren't they? Nope. Just going to shoot him. Just going to shoot him. Wraith Lord took a lot of damage there. Took a lot of damage. Did do a bunch of damage to the Rhino too. Triple cap now for Twala. Oh, can they kill the brother captain? Oh, gets a special. That was a lucky special there. And these guys would have been shooting at the Banshees anyway. So hard to approach this. And they've got units this tough doing this much damage in tier 1. It's not like they're terrible at melee either. You tie them up, they're still going to hurt you. It was definitely overbuffed. I'm not sure if it was literally a mistake or they were just overbuffed. Wraith Lord got a little bit of repairs, but it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. But now they have no suppression. Piano has no way to suppress those. Strike Squad has no way to deter the brother captain from just rushing in, tying up the Bright Lance. Oh, and now we have the psychic. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. It's that thing there that slowed down those Banshees from the Justicar of the Strike Squad. That is so nasty. It's not Psychic Lash. It's something else. Ouch. Oh, Bright Lance got tied up and taken out. And the Wraith Lord is down, and that's GG pretty much. That is GG. It's like Psychic Drain or something. Get Recti. Piano's not giving up here. Well, yet. 291 to 300. Yeah. Zinch CSM in tier 1. They are scary, those Strike Squad. Operatives grabbing the VP. Piano is not moving. So I think they have functionally given up here. Tier 3 for Twala. Oh, they're moving. They are moving. Not giving up right now. It might be Psychic Drain. It might be Psychic Drain. I was trying to think of the name of this freaking thing. Operatives might get set upon. Piano seems confident of the comeback here. Chopping them up. Oh, I only got one model there. It's a single ranger in this squad. And there's the tier 3 almost for Twala. Have a bunch of red as well. Dark Creepers for Piano, trying to outshoot those Strike Squad fellas. They're talking about the specifics of map selection in the Elite League. I don't know what the specifics are, but players have the opportunity to ban a map if they don't like it and that kind of thing. Veto it. Oh, Rangers got it. It's a 2-1 here for Piano. In terms of VPs, not that far behind, but the fights have been rough. They've been very rough. And there's a concede actually from Piano. Didn't get to see the Dark Creepers shoot stuff. But there you have it. Strike Squad overpowered. And we saw them wreck some Eldar right here. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in Game 4. It's now 2-1 for Twala. Hey people, Injured here, back with Game 4 of this Elite League semi-final. It's on Calderis Desert and Piano has got a Mech Boy, a teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat, puts out some good damage and has a whole bunch of orky gadgets, making him very versatile up against Twala Lee, with a Plague Champion. Starts off ranged combat with the damage of a Time Bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but it's pretty slow. Two Plague Champions in the same matchup. Is it my birthday? Got double shooters here for Piano. Some CSM for Twala Lee, but not into more Heretics, suggesting we're going to see some Raptors or Havocs or something. We have the Black Legion badge on white paint. It's like Chaos Heresy or something. Sluggers doing their capping thing. Mech Boy just teleports away from the CSM. We have Naturals on the west and east. Contested in the mid. It's very, very open here. No way to block line of sight really, unless you start thinking about that tree over there. Good for setup teams to do their thing. Plague Champion is chasing the Mech Boy. I guess the Mech Boy is actually quite slow on his feet, isn't he? And he's not zipping around. Not sure exactly how Orc teleporting technology is supposed to work. I know like warp spiders skim through the warp or something. I'm not sure what orcs are up to. They just believe they will be teleported, and so they are. So I guess it would be warp then. And this is fun. And they get into melee. The best melee fight of all time. His melee attack should have damage over time as well, damn it. He stinks a lot, even worse when you're that close to him. What is this? This is Heretics capping a wreck point. Thrilling stuff. Note that Twala Lee is 2-1 up here. So Piano needs to win this to avoid losing the semi-final. More Heretics for Twala Lee. It was actually double CSM. Look at that. It's like it's 2010. Slugger's just hiding behind a ruined building. These guys pushing up to the power. And a Pain Boy is up for Piano. Gonna really help those Sluggers early on, because they've got double Heretics and a whole bunch of Bolter Fire to deal with. Speaking of dealing with Heretics, those shooters just ran into these fellas. Piano must have been paying attention to the Sluggers maybe. Yeah, it looks like they're being chased around over here by aspiring champion Heretics. Pain Boy is doing some work though. Got damage over time on his own melee attack. Gets in on the CSM. Now, can he beat them? I think Twala Lee thinks so. He used to have a power melee weapon. He would have easily beaten them with that, but he doesn't anymore. They are backing away to their friends, and they do deal with the Pain Boy. No war gear for the mech yet. No war gear. Oh, Mucus Discharge on the way for the Plague Champion to support the little CSM blob he has. We do have Flamers in, or rather Burners for these Sluggers. Gives them some more hit points and a couple of power weapons, and with the Pain Boy support, they could really do some hurt against these CSM. No Heretics around to stop them really, although these guys are now backing off away towards some Heretics. And they might just have to put up with a Doom Blast and stuff. There's the heal over time from the Pain Boy. But it was well played by Twala Lee. Just did not blindly just run into that engagement. Got as many shots away as possible. Backed off, dipped back in, and got it done. These guys are probably going to cap this power. 4-3-2 to 4-8-1. It's a good start for Twala Lee. Look how red the map is right now. Needs to have a good engagement here. Maybe the Mech Boy should be teleporting in and tying up one of these fellas, or maybe just tying up the Plague Champion. Doesn't look like they're doing it. They do have a battery pack though. Have a taste, another heal for those Sluggers. There's the heal over time, but it looks like it's focusing down the Pain Boy instead, which was smart. Did get the heal off though. And we're going to see another one here with Avataste. There it is, a little bit late to save that model. And retreated the Mech Boy by mistake. And loses the Sluggers. Very unfortunate for Piano. Looks like that might be GG right there. Heretics here backing away. Don't think they need to cap stuff. It looks like Piano has faced this build before, the double CSM supported by Mucus Discharge and double Heretics. Double Aspiring Champion Heretics too. And good old chat. But looks like Tyler Lee is going to be into the final against Best the Noob. We'll see who can sentinel the hardest, I suppose. There it is. Piano concedes. Had a rough time in that engagement there, and would have been such a slog to try and recover. And there it is. It's a 3-1 victory for Tyler Lee. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the final.